With the face for radio and the voice for Silent Hill, I am back again with another episode of Crusades Against Bad Writing. Now, last episode, we were working on SCOTTIE. If you know, you know. And we are back with chapter 2. So, the format of this, if you didn't see the first episode or if you're just now coming in, I take a bad Wattpad story and I try to find the good story within it. We are starting with Amberlynn's SCOTTIE. I am changing it to Amber because in the first 2 chapters, she never once says what her name is in the first 2 chapters. I'm still not seeing it. I mean, she says other people's names, but she never actually says, "Hi, my name is," in these. And she does it all in first person, and I do not have much experience with first person writing. So you're also going to be seeing my evolution from a beginner at first person writing all the way to whenever we get the end and see kind of my growth on that too. Because I'm going through, I'm editing this and making it into something better, but I'm not doing anything extra editing. I do look at it and I kind of see where I could get a little bit better afterwards, but you're not going to see that in except as I move on and I start getting better while I'm doing it. At least that is my hope. If you don't see any growth in these episodes, let me know. Give me pointers. Show me what I'm doing wrong. I am perfectly okay with the brutal honesty. Just remember, it is this will be the first time I'm technically second, but the first time I'm writing a story in first person view. I normally do third person view. If you haven't checked out my books, I will have a link for my books in the description below. But. Let us get into chapter 2 of SCOTTIE remade into Amber. 2. Melanie, my best friend ever, should be on her way soon. We hate getting to school early. It's like getting your teeth pulled. Like stepping in dog shit with your new high heels. Just plain old sucks. I'm waiting outside for her. Hot out still. I'm wearing pretty much what Samantha is, unfortunately. Hi, sexy, Melanie yells from her black Honda with pink fluffy seats. Love it. She got her car last birthday, which is surprising because her mother and her live off of welfare and food stamps. Hey, gorgeous, I called back, getting up from the porch. Me and Melanie are like sisters, but closer. She's my life, my everything. Excited, she asks as I get in the car. I wouldn't take it that far, I said, and we both laughed. Melanie is like my jelly to my peanut butter, my milk to my cereal, my best to my friend, basically. Me and her have been best friends since 3rd grade. Have argued once. It was in 6th grade over something so pointless it would win the all-time most pointless fights. I tell her everything, as she does too. We have never kept anything from each other, or even lied to each other. When people say there's a first time for everything, I don't want to believe it. So how's Mike doing? I ask while putting lip gloss on. I don't really care, but I might as well ask to be the best friend that I am. I haven't talked to him since Saturday. I don't exactly know what's going on, Melanie said as her cheeks flushed red. I just looked down. We both knew what was going on, just didn't want to admit it. Mike and Melanie had been on and off for 2 years. Mike cheats, Melanie cries, they break up, they get back together. Cycle repeats itself over and over. Why they keep getting back together is beyond me. Melanie deserves someone so much better. Mike is like a flesh-eating virus she just can't get rid of. Jason, she asks, hoping I drop the Mike subject. Good, he's coming over Saturday. Gonna do some dirty things? She said with a seductive tone as she turns into out school great. I don't know if I mistyped that. Anyway, shut up, Melanie, I say as I gently shove her. Hey, watch out, I'm driving here. Don't want to die before you do the hanky-panky, do ya? She laughs. God, what will I do with you? I respond. I roll my eyes and get out of the car to enter what I call hell. Whew. Thank you, Mr. Shredder. Alrighty. I'm gonna double check to make sure. Where was it? Get into out school great. Okay, that out school great. That was my typo. She actually did have as she turns into our school great. So. Yeah. See, she actually did type that word right. That was a me typo. All right. But I am going to get into editing this, finding the story. If you remember from last time, I actually had her walking up to the school and throwing Samantha's glasses into the bushes. So we're going to have to completely restructure this into a different scene. So while I do that, I will speed up my typing, give you some lovely battle music while I battle this, and we will be back for however I change this. But enjoy. I think I've got chapter 2 in the bag. Doesn't need to be super long, doesn't need to do any of that, and it follows pretty closely to what I have so far, though probably I should have read what I had so far, but alrighty, let us go ahead and read my version of chapter 2 so we can see what I changed and go from there. All right, chapter 2. I hate this school. New school year means the halls smell like disinfectant and lost freedom. Other students scurried around me like ants, rushing to their classes, catching up with friends they didn't see over the summer. Their murmur was as grating as the eyesore of their outfits. Hey, Melanie called out from her locker as I approached, glancing at the locker number on my school schedule. On my new schedule, I smile. Good, mine is near hers. Hello, I respond, giving her a warm smile. Melanie's shirt was that god-awful Metallica shirt Miles had gotten for her when they went to that concert over the summer with his older brother. They had invited Jason and I, but we actually have taste in music and declined the offer. Excited for the new year? She asked as she organized her locker and left her backpack inside while pulling out a blue notebook, her ugly pencil case, and a dumb kitten folder. I wouldn't say I'm excited for the school year, more excited for the end of next year and graduation. Melanie bit her lower lip, frowning a bit. What? I asked. You won't graduate with us if you get stuck in summer school again this year, she answered, her voice trailing off as she looked away from me. I glared at her. I'll graduate. My mom has an in with the principal. Rolling my eyes, I open my locker, look inside, and close it. So how's Miles doing? I don't really care about the loser from the trailer park, but I might as well ask. I haven't talked to him since Saturday. I don't exactly know what's going on, Melanie said as her cheeks flushed red and she hugged her notebook to her chest. Do you think he's talking to another girl? Did I think he was talking to another girl? Probably. Most guys would drop a girl like Melanie in a heartbeat. I didn't have to worry about that with Jason, even if he was a shallow, vain excuse of a human. I wouldn't read too much into it, I assured her. Not like Miles could get anyone better than Melanie. Hey, babe, Jason said just then, his arm slipping around my shoulder as he leaned in for a kiss. I turned my head just enough that he kissed my cheek as I giggled. Don't mess up my makeup. The warning bell tolled and I groaned. I wonder if I could get Jason to skip with me. Aha. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Crusades Against Bad Writing. I actually kind of enjoy this. I'm having fun writing Amber as this totally mean girl. I know I kept this chapter without actually saying her name, but honestly, don't even think... Yeah, it's chapter 3. She finally says her character's name. What the hell? Okay, but I think that is it for today. If you haven't checked out my books, I will definitely leave a link in the description below. The next book coming out is The Raven's Ire. It comes out July 4th, and this is my best one yet, and I am excited for you guys to get it. It goes a little crazy at times, but I do believe you guys will enjoy this. Now, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is some Gamer Chicks signing off, and I think I earned me a nice hot bowl of spicy ramen with some beef dumplings inside. Yeah, that is going to be my lunch for today.